Which exam is easier? Theory exam is easier or practical exam is easier? Today we are going to discuss about this. Ali is doing practice for driving in small roads. So these are small city roads. Ali, I think you are driving a little bit fast. So yeah, this is better. And one thing I should tell you that in Sweden, when they construct roads, they don't construct roads for maximum speed. They are constructing roads so that the car can only run as the speed limit on the road. So if you will have, for example, speed limit 30 in living area, for example, in built area, the speed limit is between 30 or 50. And in those areas, the roads are designed in such a way that you should not be able to drive faster than 30 or 50. You will have very nice and clean roads, but there will be a lot of obstacles on the road. And they are designed to help you to control your speed. So maybe if some newcomer is moving to Sweden, maybe he will not understand properly why the roads are constructed in such a way. I will show you if I will find some special roads. As I mentioned earlier that I am the private instructor of Ali for the driving lessons. I am teaching him, and as you can see, he can drive almost perfectly. So he is trying to manage his theory. He is nowadays concentrating more on theory, because after he has studied everything, he will be ready for exams. Yes, Ali, go ahead straight and park wherever you can or you want to park. Maybe I should tell you that if you look at the stats for results of the driving exams, both for theory and practical. We came here to collect something from the shop, and as you can see here in Sweden, in Stockholm, there is no lockdown and people are walking freely. This is the time when normally they close this centrum, so you see a bit less people right now, because the shops are going to be closed soon. Ali, where we have to go? Down here or there? Swedish driving exams. Which one is more difficult? Is theory more difficult, or if practical exam is more difficult? I think it depends. If you look at the stats for the 2019, then you will find that from the, I think it is stats from the Traffic Workers website, you can see all the stats. And if you see results from 2019, then you will find that the failure rate for the theory is higher than the failure rate for the practical exam. So maybe people are thinking that theory is difficult and practical easy. Like for example, Ali can drive perfectly, it's no problem. So maybe like people like Ali and others, they think that practical is easy and the theory is difficult. But I think it's the opposite. In my view, if you have some intellectual ability, you are a university student, or if you have already studied on university level, then I think the theory exam is probably easy for you. And the reason for this is that in a theory exam, I mean, either some answer is right or wrong, and it's computer who is going to decide, and after you have given the exam, you will instantly know the results. There is no human factor involved. If you have done good job, then of course you will pass the exam and you will know the results instantly on the spot. So in my view, if you have prepared well about theory, if you have studied the book or the course properly several times, and if you have also practiced some sample questions, if you have planned well, then there is no way you can fail a theory exam. And if you are going to fail theory exam, the 100% fault is yours, because there is no other human involved. But for the practical exam, it is an opposite story. In practical exam, there will be a real human being involved. There will be an examiner who will take your exam, and a lot depends on the examiner. Even if you are the perfect driver in the whole universe, the examiner can think you are not good enough, or you don't know the Swedish environment well enough. You are probably good in your homeland, but in this environment you could be dangerous for the society. So he can make you fail for any reason, and you cannot do, and you can do nothing about it. So he is the overall authority. So even if you have done very good preparation, you have done good test, and you think you will never fail, you can still fail. But this cannot happen in theory. So in my personal view, it is easier to pass a theory exam, because as I said, there's no other human factor involved. Because when I prepare for the exam, I normally think, okay, who is my examiner? How is he going to behave or not? But in case of theory exam, it's only decision made by robots. It's only automatic decision, so no human is involved. But in case of practical exams, there will be a qualitative judgment of the examiner. Examiner may think that even though you have driven perfectly according to the rules, you are still new in Sweden, and you don't know Swedish environment well enough, and you could make a mistake, and he will just make you fail, and he can tell you, okay, you learn one more year and then come back. So the point is that what I want to say is, in my view, the practical exam is more difficult than the theory one, even though the stats show opposite, because the only way you can fail theory if you make a fault, but the practical exam you can fail even though if you have not made any fault. So when you prepare for the exam, think about that how you will prepare for a practical exam. You do not just have to satisfy yourself, you have to satisfy your examiner. So when you are going to execute your exam, when you are going to give your exam, you have to think about who is your examiner, what could he think. You have to think from an examiner point of view, because you have to satisfy the examiner. He should have a confidence on you. So here comes a psychological aspect or qualitative judgment. There could be also biasness. An examiner could have some biasness attached to his how should I explain? There could be someone who is biased, or there could be some other reason who can make you fail. So I think when you prepare for a practical exam, think about all these factors. Also, people say that it is good to give exam in the beginning of the weekdays, for example Monday or Tuesday or something, or maybe in the later days on Friday or something, and early in the morning is better than evening. Some people talk about these things, and I don't think when you will book for an exam you may have many choices if you want to give your exam in hurry. I have not considered much about what time is good or bad. Just when you prepare for your exam, you just should have in your mind that you have to satisfy the examiner. It does not matter how good you are, the examiner should have a confidence on you. And Ali, even though is ready for the practical exams, and he may think that he is 100% perfect, it is not important what Ali thinks if he is 100% perfect. The importance you have to give to the examiner. The examiner has to think that okay, the student is not going to make any mistake in the future. So that's my view on theory and practical exams. Right now Ali is focusing more on theoretical aspects, because I think once he is ready for a theory exam, once he has studied everything, then I think he should start thinking about booking the exams. And nowadays you don't have much time to give these exams. You have to do this within 4 months or something like that. I have to look into that. So Ali, let's now go back. I think your practice for today is done. Ali, who is a good trainer, Mama or Baba? Ali thinks that his father is a very good instructor. So, but both I and my wife both are instructor for Ali and also for my daughter. I think one thing that Ali is missing so far is that he has not driven for a long drive. I think this is the advantage you have with a private teacher or private instructor, that you can have a long driving. So he has not driven like 600-700 kilometers, maybe from Stockholm to Göteborg. I think he should make this kind of driving during this summer to get more confidence. So thank you to all of you, and bye bye. If you like this video, please share this video to the whole world. Spread this video everywhere. We are confident that this channel is going to have a huge impact. This channel is going to change some of the lives of the people. So please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon and stay tuned. Thank you to all of you. Goodbye.